They so-called monitor my phone. Now I had a dick thinking to push my movie off at 25 minutes and saying online, and then they hack your phone, and that's how they want to mock. They also hacked the email address of my wife, fabiana@gmail.com, fabiana@gmail.com, and her Outlook, which was for her work. Also deleted her phone in Elisa, and then thought saying this: she ghosted. She ghosted. It was a Secret Service agent that ghosted. I'm hired for special talent and I know the procedure. I ain't stupid. This was kidnapped. This was a hit. I found my wife's body with a cut off head and face off and shot in the face to remove all fucking evidence of dental and radiation. They drained her completely out of her blood. But these guys drank that as a trophy. I found pieces of wallet with tattoos of my fucking wife on as a butterfly. The love of orb skin. Now all these guys can say online, then why do we find so many fucking trophies in their houses? What they so-called get social welfare from in Belgium, and nobody dares enter there because everybody gets attacked. And when they get grabbed, they start asking ransom for your ass, like they did on me, Calais, and on 3 Chinese diplomats, and on Elias, and on me. And they tried to do that in Calais as well. And then they thought, flip the coin, when I went to the United States, hostage being a center, started attacking a judge called Judge Zinozo, who lost her brother and his wife and 2 kids all killed. 2014, the judge of the Human Rights Court was a female, talking to her anonymously, never saw. You go into a desk, you pass security, they give you paper and a pen. You put it under the slide, under like a bag. There's a phone. You request a phone call, you get a phone call. You can talk to the judge and the prosecutor. I want my Human Rights Court. I ain't the one sharing classified or sensitive information over Police National where Michel was acting on it. I'm the one who won my rights court, and he was the one who was a wanted dick. And all these guys who think to abuse all this shit and sending it external over fucking redirected speckle cells and gloved servers to claim that they are fucking legal with the paper of Selena Gomez, a so-called CEO of Secret Service, acting as Dave Henry Mervis, or Axe, because they call my name Dave Mervis all the time. But I already won under that name a Human Rights Court together with Amina Kadri and Miriam Kadri and Mendes Kadri, all in the same case. And I already won a Human Rights Court with the same name, and Dave Henry Mervis and Dave Henry Middleton Mervis, in a similar case in 2018 after a marrying of 150 each. And that was paid in the United States, not in Belgium, as they had no chance. And that was so wanted that they started hunting me down for the cash and the dollars. But then I started working as I moved on, and I was a widower, and my wife died and buried in DC, and my kids in Nevada, and my other kids in Nevada too, all autopsied by Dr. Marcy, another court autopsy. Added in the court of Ohio, June, all other courts that have been won in the Human Rights Court of 2014 as well, including the murder of Amina and Miriam and Mendes, as all updated. So they thought, we hack LexisNexis. We have to keep it out of LexisNexis. And now we found this. So welcome to their new project, the Humanoid Project, connected to the Russian project of 73, only done by a bunch of mental heads. They want to think to swap all banks on their fraud scam, credit cards only with another name on, and used on another server connected to the national bank. So I wish them good luck. Now, the server in the European Parliament connected to what we also found in NATO basements, connected to oodj as illegal and black market shit, also on Boris Johnson, who also had a laptop like that and thought use Cheryl for that to say that it was legal shit, as these guys have no military authority. But that's the guys that would fuck you up with that feelings. And in the moment you're gonna die, they tear you apart mentally and psychologically, because they would plant a speckle on your clit, they would start eating it, behind you are 4 SRTs, every chip in your neck gets activated, you have a grip so hard that's like somebody's holding it and they cut your throat off. And then they start yelling oodj while you die, orgasm, and have pain at the same time, and some mentals in your head are mocking, where is your kitty now, eh? Because that gets eaten too. That's what they call humane. Now I started hunting that monsters and I know them better than anybody else, I think, because sometimes I have the feeling that nobody understands what's going on and they leave me on the street while that guys keep continuing and plant kitties next to radiative core, while the mommy has to prepare hacks and wormholes as they are IT trained better than these mental nutheads with an IQ of 21. But that's the guys who gonna cut in a kid or stab in a kid and say, can you feel it? And also get paid 60,000 to 500,000 a week to sell the meat that ends up all over between these losers. Meanwhile, another one upstairs says, keep going, we almost have it, we almost have it. And everything in between is used to command that mental nuthead, as he so-called talks in his neck. So they puppeteer each other. They only want to project it on everybody else now. So be aware if you feel something. You got ICC you can contact, but watch out, they have a replicated server. Gloved. So sometimes when I send video, my phone is hacked, the so-called monitored, as so many people are so-called monitored. Then they start targeting your ass and your phone, as you have no privacy. You can also text to Australia, and I did that, and also to America, I did that too. I wish SIS had that too, and I actually wish ICC had that too, so I could send a mail and a confirmation over a text. Please read the thing, I send a video. If you do not play that loop, you're fucked. I sent to several on the spot. Russia, Australia, UK, press, everything. Why? If they intercept one, it always ends up in the right way on another spot. My ex-Mervis and my Jessica Doolittle that I created in 2018 and now, recently, are also protected. And I'm happy, because my former ones, Dave Mervis, Lakefish, Axel Faustino Music, my Star Maker, everything, all hacked, logins gone. And then you have dicks when I say, I am ex-Dave Henry Mervis, or Axel Mervis. They reply like this, Nah, Dave, I am Axel Mervis, and I am gonna fuck you up, because you're a fraud. Over NASA Communication and Aviation. Because they want my cash, my wage, and my alias that started in 2018, and they still to have access of it. My bank, not anymore in US. I left my US status. That became Australia. And you see how they want to target, because that just recently started there, and I saw activity in Australia, I immediately reported. The UK was already targeted since 2021 and before, because my wage came there and my royalties. My royalties were literally taken back from a dick in Belgium, who thought to hack it over my TuneCore login, as they had my logins, put it on another account, not even in his name, put it on another credit card number, not even in his name, thought to have a party with it, thought to act. But he couldn't do shows, of course, because he wanted to benefit from his win. So they thought to get access to my award, my Grammy 2 and my BBC Extra, and they set up a plan, and Stelina was going to do a co-producing with me under an alias as Axel Faustino, because my BBC Extra award was wanted, and the girlie that actually started playing my song on BBC iHeartRadio was immediately targeted and hit, as they couldn't handle the fact that a song that I generated and I liked while I was taking care of my mom hit jackpot in Latin America and all over and gained me so far over 450 million of royalties. And then on top of the 350 that Selena had to pay me, and I didn't even get a chance to touch it. This is now how these guys react. What do you have that I don't have? You may have this energy drink and a girlie you like and you kiss and you make love to. That bitch is his bitch, and she makes cash for his shit. Military tablet, military laptop, eating kitties, radiating. This is the kind of guys you're fighting. Can't have what they want. It's okay. Oh, mentals. Let's hit a few, and I can tell you, even from police stations, they act like that. You're all mentals. Take a few females, let them suck a few cowboys, tough cops, protective, 150 protective guys. But they steal everything, and everybody laughing. Meanwhile, everybody isolated And all the gore they do is cutting a kid apart or taking a female apart. They go over with their phone and they say, you want to be next? You better shut up or we do another genocide. Like in Calais. And they did it in Finland, where people came fucking scared into the hospital, so-called testifying against me. I was not the FBI reason. And why does the so-called Belgian embassy give my ID card back with my everything as my wallet was stolen? In the so-called hospital as husla, after they generated the fucking fraud Facebook account on the same ID number as who just swapped over name and pictures and everything to hide everything what happened between her and the Utah. Fabiana. They did the same on Mina. They did the same on others. They wanted to do the same on Black Karma. They changed the name after publishing a dead clown there. After publishing her beaten up there while singing, crying. A song of minautaur, a this, Guns and Roses. And so daddy wanted that. I sent songs from Star Maker to other accounts to create a loop that they never could get out with it, and all they did was try to block and block and block. And I didn't even talk. I just took evidence, observed patiently, could do nothing else. That's the power that's being given to you by females that not talk to you and get kidnapped. And you're checked by their backup. So far my alias, ex-Dave Henry Middleton, or ex-Dave Henry Marys, between fucking February 2018 and November 2018. That became ex-Dave Henry Middleton Marys and was then split up for so-called protective reasons as targeted to ex-Dave Henry Middleton and ex-Dave Henry Middleton Marys by somebody who has a little bit solar bank skin with a little ginger bird's nest on his head. Could be the brother of Boris Johnson. Act like saying. Both top politicians. Excellent.